Hello, welcome back to Bookeemonsters. My name is PK. It is Friday, January the 3rd, and we're here to look at, well, normally we look at new releases. It's still kind of a holiday week, so there weren't that many to look at. So today, being Freeform Friday, we're going to look at one new release that was historical, that didn't really fall into any other category. And then we're going to look at historical mysteries because we are now starting the midwinter HistMyst Readathon that I host. And I thought we would look at some ideas. Kim says, good morning. Good morning, Kim. Good afternoon, Helen. How's it going? I apologize. Last night at the end of sprints, I was feeling better with this cold, but overnight it has turned yucky. So I'm a bit snuffly and so forth. All right, so quick announcements. I don't have any sprints tonight. We don't do them on Friday nights. We will have them tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern. They'll go for 5 hours. All right, so the historical that caught my attention, this is just historical fiction, by Minette Walters. She used to be in crime fiction, but these appear to be straight fiction, historical fiction. This is called The Players. England, 1685. Decades after the end of the English Civil War, the country is once again divided when Charles II, illegitimate son, the Protestant Duke of Monmouth, arrives in Dorset to incite rebellion against his Catholic uncle. Armed only with pitchforks, Monmouth's army is quickly defeated by King James II's superior forces and charged with high treason. Those found guilty will be hanged, drawn, and quartered. As Dorset braces for carnage, the formidable Lady Jane Harrier and her enigmatic drinking game son, assisted by the reclusive daughter of a local magistrate, contrive ways to save men from the gallows. Compelling and powerful, The Players is a story of guile, deceit, and compassion. Secrets are kept, and surprising friendships formed in a dangerous gamble to thwart a brutal king's thirst for revenge. Well, it's not really revenge when people are trying to overthrow you. Oh, well. But I thought that was interesting. I like that time period. Good morning, Mary. Sorry you aren't feeling better. Certainly understand if you called today. I'll for sure take care of it. Thank you very much. And she says, good morning to Helen and Kim, TGIF for sure. I will do my best. Our service manager was out yesterday with a family situation. I'm hoping he's going to be here today, so I can go home early. We will see. So I put together a list, and it is public, so you can certainly go take a look at it if you want. I'll put the link here, if it'll go. So these are historical mystery series with a touch of romance to them. Quite frequently, they are slow burn romances. They don't happen in the first couple books, which is kind of the fun way to do it. These are the first books in each of these series that I could think of. Many of them I have read. Towards the bottom, I have not read them. But of course, I always highly recommend, if you are jumping into historical mysteries, to start with Deanna Rayburn's Veronica Speedwell series. It starts with A Curious Beginning. There are 9 books in this series. They are set in 1887, or they start then. If you've tried Veronica Speedwell and might even be caught up on that, this next series has that same kind of flavor. This is by Carla Simpson. This is the Angus Brody and Michaela Forsyth mysteries, also set in the 1880s, starts in 1889. This first book is called A Deadly Affair, And there's 11 books in this series, and they are mostly on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle Unlimited, you don't have to do a monetary investment other than your Kindle Unlimited account. But same strong, independent female, same slow burn kind of romance, stubborn Scot. So if you want to read something in between the Veronica Speedwells, but still have that flavor, definitely rest. Oh, thank you very much, Kim. Yeah, I've got a little bit of a fever, but until I know that our service manager will be there, I gotta go get things opened up and get the mail. Another historical mystery series I really, really love, I highly recommend this series, is by Sherry Thomas. It's the Lady Sherlock series. The first book is called A Study in Scarlet Women. There's 8 books in this series. And Olivia Reads a Latte, if you watch her channel, had set this aside because she thought it started slow. It might start slow, but it is well worth the read. She is very much like Sherlock Holmes. She pretends to be Sherlock Holmes' sister. She's also an independent lady in the 1880s, and there is a slow burn romance, and she's awesome at disguises, and the reveals at the end of the book are like onions. What you think happened maybe didn't happen because they were doing sleight of hand. So I definitely recommend that series as well. Another series, this is by Annalee Huber. This is the Lady Darby series, set in the 1830s, at least starting then in Scotland. And the first book is called The Anatomist's Wife. There's a slow burn romance with Gage, and she is an artist, but she was forced to draw true-to-life pictures for her former husband, anatomy, which was very much anathema in that time. So she has a reputation of being an awful person because her husband forced her to do that. But they do solve mysteries. All those series I have read. The Veronica Speedwell and the Lady Sherlock ones I'm caught up on. So I'm desperately waiting for the next books. The other 2 I am in the middle of. This next book is kind of fun, or series is kind of fun. It has a dual timeline. Is the new service manager working out okay? He is. He's just had some family issues. He's missed a couple days. An aunt passed away, and then yesterday, his brother, who has apparently chronic health issues, was having a crisis. So hopefully he'll be there today. The Book Dreamers Alley. Hello! Hey there, I'll be getting ready for work and working shortly for 4.5 hours. That sounds like a great day. Also reading Our Violent Ends in between calls at work. Oh, that sounds like a great situation for you. First time commenter. Welcome, welcome. We do this Monday through Friday. It's like morning news, only it's books. And normally we look at the new releases that are being published this week. But it's Freeform Friday, and it's a slow publishing week because of the holiday. So we are looking at historical mysteries because I am hosting the midwinter HistMyst Readathon. There's no prompts, just read historical mysteries. I appreciate that subgenre very much, so I try to. I'm an enabler. I'm an ambassador, but really I'm an enabler. And Kim says, welcome. Mary says, welcome. You'll enjoy it. Thank you, Mary. So this series, there's 12 books in this series. She's done with this series. There won't be any more. This is by Lauren Willig, and it is dual timeline. It is present day for when it was written. which was 2005. But it goes back to, if you like the Scarlet Pimpernel type of stories, each book is a different agent for the Regency time period, fighting Napoleon and so forth. Really fun series. Starts with The Secret History of the Pink Carnation. Each book is a different flower. Deanna Rayburn started with this series before she did Veronica Speedwell, and I was surprised to see there's only 5 books. I thought there were more. She does have some novellas, but I thought this was a longer series before she switched over. This is the Lady Julia Gray mystery series. The first book is Silent in the Grave, and this is, I believe, still the 1880s. And kind of the same setup. She just, Deanna Rayburn hadn't quite found her power, shall we say. Still very enjoyable, and there's only 5 books in this series, so if you want to have a dabble your toes kind of historical mystery. But on the other hand, if you're looking for a very long-term history who is mystery series, the author is still writing these, and there's 19 books so far in this series. This is by Tasha Alexander. It's the Lady Emily Mysteries. And I've started this series. I've not finished this series, so I'm in the middle of this one. First book is Only to Deceive, and has touches of archaeology. He is again, kind of slow burnish. He's an agent for the crown, so they go to different exotic places, but also doing work for the queen. Another series I very much enjoy is by Andrea Penrose. I'm caught up on, well, I haven't read the most recent one yet. Kim says, I love Lady Emily, and you are caught up. Oh, that's awesome. This is set during the Regency, but it has a more scientific beginning of the Industrial Revolution angle to it rather than a Jane Austen-ish feel, which I very much enjoy. The first book is called Murder on Black Swan Lane, again by Andrea Penrose. There's 8 books. This is called the Rexford and Sloane Mysteries. He is a lord, he's an earl, and she is surviving by being a satirical cartoonist under a pen name. And I very much enjoy that one as well. And it looks like the Kindle version are on Kindle Unlimited now. A series I found in the last year and I absolutely adore is by Grace Burrows, the Lord Julian Mysteries. First book is A Gentleman Fallen on Hard Times. There are 8 books so far in this series, 8 in that book 8 comes out later this month. They're not too long, well, I guess 268 pages. This is set during Regency, and it is a slow burn romance. And he was a prisoner of war during the Napoleonic Wars, and it has affected him physically as well as mentally. And it's just a really great series. I apologize, guys. I need to blow my nose. I'm going to mute it for a minute. Because you didn't need to hear that. Very impressive, Kim, like historical mysteries myself. Yay! C.S. Harris. C.S. Harris is like a top 3 series for me. There's 20 books in this series. Again, it's a longer one. I am caught up on this series. I love and adore this series. It's by C.S. Harris. The main character is Sebastian Sincere. It is during the Regency time period. It starts in 1811. And Sebastian Sincere is a Viscount. And there is a slow burn romance, and it is very intelligently done. I like it a lot. Grace Burrows, who did the Lord Julian series back there, had a series before this, and I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I've only read, I think I'm on book 3. There's 8 in this series. It's called The Lady Violet Mysteries, set in kind of the same period, but this is a female point of view. Main character is Lady Violet Belmain, and she has a couple suitors, so don't know, we've got a little love triangle going on. We kind of know who she's going to choose, but we have not chosen yet. So the chase is fun, and she goes to like country houses and solves crimes, and I like it a lot. It still has the flavor of the Lord Julian. So when I don't have any new Lord Julians to read, I read these. If you do like the Jane Austens, Claudia Gray has started a series featuring all the characters from the Jane Austen books, and she's mushed them into one world. Oops, that's book 2. It starts with the murder of Mr. Wickham, which, if you've read Pride and Prejudice, you're happy to hear that title. It features a son of Elizabeth and Darcy, and the daughter of from who's it? What's it? Northanger Abbey, and in his first book, all the characters from Jane Austen come together into a house party, and something happens to Mr. Wickham, and we're not really sad about that. I do like this next series. This is earlier time period. She is not going to be writing anymore, so there's only 5 books. She might have independently published a 6th one, but I don't think it's on Kindle. This is set in 1715, and it has like a highwayman who is a viscount who is hiding from the law. This is called The Birth of the Blue Satan, and there is a slow burn romance in this as well. Another long-running series. She is still writing it. Now, it sounds like there's a lot of books here. It says 30 books, but a few of these are novellas, but they are being counted in that total. The first book is His Spanish Bride. This is by Teresa Grant. Also, author is listed as Tracy Grant. This is the Rannoch Fraser Mysteries. It is during the Napoleonic War. And she is a spy, and he doesn't know it. They are actually married when this starts, but she has secrets, and he's an agent for the crown. And it's a great little cat and mouse marriage to start with. It says, thanks, Mary. I definitely prefer them to millennials. Yes. Yes, happy about the demise of Mr. Wickham. Yes. Despicable character Mr. Wickham is. Indeed. So, you know, he is murdered from that title. Now, this series is interesting. This is by Darcy Wilde. It says there's 5 books in this series, but it's the Rosalind Thorn. It is set during Regency, but there are actually 7 or 8 in this series. For some reason, at book 6, it must be, they started over in the count. And so you'll see these same characters, but it's a new series, but it's not a new series because it's continuing. It's just weird. I don't know why. Maybe it's a new publisher who did that. But it starts with a useful woman, and this is by Darcy Wilde. And she's a useful woman because she used to be a lady, and she was financially ruined because of her father, so she has to make a living, and so she becomes a useful woman to other women of monetary means. I'm kind of running out of time, so I'm just going to take a look real quickly. This next one, Instrument of Darkness by Imogen Robertson, is kind of a precursor to Veronica Speedwell. She kind of did it first. There's only 4 or 5 books in this series. So again, if you want that Veronica Speedwell feel and a slow burn, that is a good one. Irina Shapiro has this new one, The Highgate Cemetery Murder. She writes a lot of different series, but this is one that has that slow burn romance to a male and a female character. I haven't read it yet. Reese Bowen, of course, the Molly Murphy series. Lots of books in that series. I started it. I need to reread from the beginning. There's 21 books in this series so far. Definitely worth it. One of the few that I enjoy that are set in the US. I usually prefer UK settings. Anne Perry, of course, has a bunch of historical mysteries, but this series in particular I love. It's the William Monk series, and he has amnesia right from the beginning. He discovers that he's actually a London police detective, but he has no memory. And the different things he has to go through. Cara Devlin has a series, 7 books so far in the Bow Street Duchess mystery series. Starts with Murder at the 7 Dials, again a slow romance. This is an interesting one because she's married, but is she married? It's very. I've started it. I've just not continued in it. I need to. And we can look, I guess, at the rest of them on another day. But those might get you started for if you like that kind of historical mystery. You're looking for some ideas. Or you've done some of them and you're looking for similar ones. And Kim is caught up on Molly Murphy. Oh, that's awesome. I am not. We're expecting ice and snow toward the end of the weekend and Monday of next week. If we get what they said we might, it won't be pretty because mainly ice and lots of it. Oh, ick. Hopefully you don't have to go anywhere. Today winter has come. Today we are going to be highs in the teens. I think it might also be some snow, but once I'm able to leave work, I'm going to hunker down. I had a hair appointment tomorrow, but I'm going to have to cancel it because I don't want to spread this stupid stuff. Alrighty. Well, stay safe, everybody. Stay warm. Read good books. Next week, as far as I can tell, we are back on schedule for the new releases that are being published, so we won't be scrambling quite so hard. Again, our next, I don't have any sprints tonight, but we'll have sprints tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, and they'll go for 5 hours. I do those 3 times a week, every Tuesday and Thursday evening and Saturday afternoon. Hope you read good books. Stay warm. Be well. Kim says, have a great day, everyone. Indeed. It's Friday already. We are done with the what day is it syndrome of holidays. Now we're in for the long haul. All right. Thank you guys so much. And as the banner says here, don't be a bookworm, be a bookie monster. Nom nom. Oh, thank you, Mary. That would be ideal. We'll see. I'll try to make that happen. All right. You guys are in my heart. Have a good day.